Okay, it's Monday, June
21st. 21st.
We just drove down to our house, I had met the project manager before, but you met them. Who wants to say how the meeting went?
Well, so first of all, it's June 20. What did you say? 21st? 7 days to my birthday, in case you all are wondering. What would I like for my birthday? You can just ask me and I'll tell you. That meeting was like, you know, you plan, you prepare, you have your mindset right. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They had already spoken with layers above them and have already made a plan that they're fixing whatever the problems are.
We didn't even have to prove our point. We didn't even have to like ask for us to come in and mold test. They were like,
yeah,
which I know people are gonna say you need to do your own mold testing, but they told us the company they were gonna use, and we,
you know, in text messages it's like, well, we want to make sure that, you know, it's the most beautiful house and everything's perfect. And you know, you can hear that sometimes and wonder, like, is it really? And I left this meeting feeling like that is very important to them. Yeah. And I think that it makes me feel a lot better.
And we also had a major concern. Sorry, my hand's getting tired. We had a really big concern about the HVAC, and we were going to ask for an external we were going to ask for an external system to be brought in because we didn't want any dust or debris. And so we kind of like talked through, and they don't even turn on the HVAC system until the very end of the house when they are
floors. So the floors can acclimate. So at that point, they've already painted, drywalled, done all the major things that would be a concern to us to have the HVAC unit on. So we were okay with that. And I feel like just in the conversations, he's really talking about like what they've learned. So, hey, through this process, we've learned this. And so now we do this as a standard. I just appreciate that because they have, you know, wherever there's an issue, they're not just like, well, that's what we do. They fix the issue. So one of those is this. He said, you know, we used to turn them on early and we don't want to do that anymore. We're doing it right at the very end, and I just appreciated that.
So we will wait. Stay tuned.
That's right.
Okay, it's July 4th.
The 4th of July.
I got a platter of homemade treats, cookies, sugar cookies, Rice Krispie treats. And we had a morning in Seaside, didn't we, girls?
Yeah.
It is amazing, fun tradition. I think we've done it 5 years, or 4. We went home for one, or last weekend. But we melted. It was very hot, so we came home and crashed in the AC for like 4 hours. Like, literally, the heat took it out of us. But now, where are we going?
To the new hood, where our new house is, the neighborhood.
It was like, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like laying in bed one night and we were chatting about stuff, and I was like, man, I'm so bummed we're not in our new neighborhood. I'd love to hang out there. And then the next morning we got a text saying, hey, you want to come hang out at the new neighborhood for 4th of July? And we were like, we'll leave it up to the kids and let them decide. And what'd you all say?
Yes.
They were like, hands down, they wanted to go. So we're gonna go have a little pool party. It's like 94 degrees, feels like 125.
Yes, it does.
But there's nothing like spending 4th in Florida. Hands down, so patriotic, so fun. So yeah, we're excited to go meet some new neighbors. All right, girls, how was it?
It was fun. I made friends.
How did you like?
She lives right here.
Did you like swimming in the new neighborhood?
Yeah.
Was it your first time?
Yeah.
Did it live up to the expectation?
Yeah.
So we're at the pool and then we're walking. Monday, June 5th, and I have my design appointment on Wednesday. So we're actually driving around looking at all like the finished houses so I can look at all of the finishes in what people have to see if it helps me. Brooklyn's coming along with me. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
Oh my. This is a humongous shower. I like the gold.
This would be the middle, the floor. No, this would be the bathroom floor and then the shower floor. Yeah? So this would be with a white. Okay. So this would be their, yeah?
I love that. What's the bathroom floor gonna be this?
O'clock.
Oh yeah,
On the East Coast. I was like, wow, that is going so fast. Cabinet hardware. One day.
Do you want me to just confirm? I'm pretty.
He's like, well, what's my upgrade option? Okay, real life here.
It's gonna cost so much money.
I got done. I should probably, okay, real life. I was at the design center, left at 8:30, 8:30.
Yeah.
Got home at 4:30, and I spent a lot of money.
Not yet.
I will do an itemized list for people because that was really helpful for me. I'm not gonna do it now because we're still cutting. But I will say, based on everything I chose wish list, I have got $169,000.
Listen,
But I went like dream.
but however, even if she doesn't know the price, for some reason, whatever she picks, she got good taste, so it tends to be the more expensive stuff.
So we're right now editing. My brain hurts.
This is probably, I would say this is the toughest part, because as you start going through everything, you're like, well, you can't cut that. Well, but you can't cut that. Well, and it's things like tile where you're not gonna rip tile out because then you're gonna re-drywall everything. And you don't wanna, put something in that you're gonna hate if maybe in like 3 months you could have put it in anyway. So this is very difficult.
And it's very, like, my brain hurts because I have decision fatigue because I made decisions all day in the design center. We're going back tomorrow morning, both of us. I just went today, he's going tomorrow.
And
But-
this is what, like the final,
Yeah, we have to, this is it. We have to make decisions by tomorrow morning at 9. And it's like, do we, I like the waterfall cabinets, and I like the countertop quartz, and I like the apron sink, but those are all, and then they really twist your arm because I didn't want to do any hardware. I was like, I'll just put the hardware in myself. It's easy to drill, get what I want. I know roughly dollar amount, but they tell me that if I don't choose their hardwood, I void I void the 10-year warranty on the cabinets.
by drilling holes.
So they can install it and then I can remove it, but they have to be the ones to install it to keep the 10-year warranty. They're gonna charge me $1,700 for hardware. And I did the math.
But
It's a hardware?
it's hardware,
I'm so
but
tired.
you missed the one part that is, if you put like, just say, hey, I just want the plain, regular, standard hardware in there, they're
They're
smaller
small.
gaps. So they're gonna be drilling holes in a smaller area, and you're gonna have to match that, or you're not gonna be able to upgrade.
So then I'm like, well, then I need the bigger, width. Also $1,700. So I did the math roughly, and they're charging me like $50 basically, $40 to $50.
Which I think we did that total on
My
this house,
kitchen
which
today.
granted, they're probably not as.
So do you see where the decisions get a little like muddy because, I'm not upgrading mirrors, I'm not upgrading lighting. We did upgrade toilets, $250 a piece. I'm not upgrading my doors, I can do that later. I'm not upgrading, what are we not doing? I'm not trimming out the windows, I'll do that later. So the easy ones were easy. It's really coming down to the kitchen because you want to put the most money into your kitchen, and floors. Kitchen and floors is the hardest right now.
Yeah, so you basically, I think that's the biggest difference between this and like a custom build. It's a custom build, you have months and months and months and months to pick finishes and to make your decisions. This is, they give you really 24 hours.
Well, I got the catalog month.
Well, yeah,
a
but
month ago.
still, to actually make the decisions, see it all together, it makes it a little bit tighter.
So we'll come back and tell you what we decide. But right now we're at 169,000, and I'm exhausted. Your presence with us, and Lord, we want to honor you. And like we read in Scripture, unless the Lord builds the house, the builder builds in vain. And so, Lord, we don't want to build a house for human standards, God. We don't want to build a house for humans or for our glory, but for your glory, Lord. And so would you set apart this house unto your name, Lord, that there would be great works in this home, and Lord, that it would be beautiful. Okay, it's July 9th at 8:30. We're headed from our house down in Santa Rosa, or up in Santa Rosa Beach, down to the design center in Panama City Beach. I went all day yesterday.
I did not. On purpose.
We stayed up and kind of like vacillated and prayed over decisions, and then this morning I got up and was like vacillating. Is there anything you want to say about this appointment?
No, it's just it's a hard decision because you're kind of like, you know, when you do like a semi-custom build, your hands are tied a little bit into your choices and some of the things where you're like, could you just like not put anything in there and then we'll do it? And they won't do that. So you have to pick something. So like if it's a tile, you don't like the tile, well, you're gonna have to rip the tile out. So it's just hard to pick the things that you want the most. And if you're gonna build a house, why not do it the way you want? But of course the way you want, well, I'm sorry, the way she wants.
Oh, you don't blame this all on me. But the markup is quite significant on some things, and so you really have to vacillate with, is it worth that markup? But then some things, like I thought the molding around the house for the upgraded molding, I thought was so beyond reasonable because we're currently getting molding put in our house now that we're gonna rent. And I was like, so I like had a price in my head and I was like, this is more than reasonable.
Yeah.
So some things are like super reasonable, or like things that are like come with the house that you don't want to upgrade, totally fine. But then some things like the fridge enclosure, you're forced to pay to upgrade if you want to have a refrigerator. So you're forced to pay $1,000, and it's just,
it should just be included. But and really it's like death by 1,000 cuts. It's not anything that's like crazy.
other than like the countertops.
Yeah, so like 3,000 here or 2,000 here or 1,000 here, and then all of a sudden at the end of it you're like, oh,
Yeah. So,
okay.
we'll go line by line once we get this. Today is an editing meeting, like editing everything down and like pairing and thinking through. Like sometimes I pick something, but like as I started thinking through, I'm like, I'm not sure I like that. And then our house is still getting remediated, so we're gonna pop in and make sure it's to our standards. So
Yeah.
that's where we are in the update. Now, do you want it this way or this way? And do you want it this way or this way?
So it won't be herringbone anymore?
No, that'd be too busy. No. If we did this herringbone, then this would be, I'd make this, or this, and then herringbone. You could do that.
I think they're both great.
Let's do that.
Current plumbing, the polished kind.
If I had chosen that $4,000 studio,
There's not a polished nickel. You would have likely gone with like a brush nickel or just white.
Why not white?
I would go
I
white.
think that's what makes the most sense.
It's only a $10,000 upgrade.
It'll still coordinate with the shower because you have the white tile in there with your
This one's like 700, you said?
65.
We survived. Barely.
We just finished lunch. It's 1:10. We left at 8:30. We did it.
Well, you did 2 days. I only did like half.
Yeah. So and you were already getting bored to tears.
Yeah. It was, but I love what she did, what she picked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even the compromises that I had to make.
It was it's a lot when you're in there, and it's hard to visualize. I mean, you can kind of see like the samples that they have, but when they're putting up on a big screen, they're basically putting up, it looks to me like architectural plans basically. So you're not really seeing what your finished product would look like. You just need someone like her with a design eye that can see all
And
those
chat.
things.
And chat.
Chat GPT helped a lot too.
I made a lot of renderings. But you know, you're picking grout color and the Schluter and which I had to teach him
The
today
Schluter.
what that was. He
Schluter.
didn't even know what a niche was in a shower.
No, I never have called it a niche in my life or a schluter.
So we had to teach him some words, some design words.
I learned about, this is like real estate. It's teaching me all these things. Wolf appliances, Sub-Zero, never heard of them. Never heard of a schluter.
Until you got into real estate.
Until I got into real estate, yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't grow up in a wolf environment, okay?
what else? Yeah, just I have decision fatigue because you're making, like I said, the grout and the Schluter and your niches, and it's the grout for the tile on the walls and then on the floor, and then you know what hardware do you want and what shower system do you want and what toilet size do you want and what vanity size do you want and what.
I think we need to have a drinking game for how many times we say schluter throughout this video. So, one of the things that is, I don't know, difficult, frustrating, you need to go in with an understanding that it's not as simple as trading one thing for another. For example, in the flooring world, it can't just be like a standard LVP throughout the whole house, and that's like their standard. No, the standard is half LVP, half carpet, let's say. And if you want to do anything else, there's a charge. So you have to go in with the mindset that like you need to kind of know what it is that you want and not think, oh, well, I could just switch one for one and have it work out. It doesn't always work that way.